it's Divya Love here, and I am making my very first live Facebook video. So come on in and welcome. I'm just going to wait a few moments to make sure that this is actually working and I'm live. So if anyone wants to just give me a thumbs up or comment just to let me know that you are here, that this is actually working. And I am looking forward to doing some yoga with you. Oh, hi, Bethany Grace. Oh, blessings. So nice to connect with people this way. We're just going to have a moment to, oh, this is a wave. Okay, so I'm going to push that and see what happens. Oh, I waved. Oh, okay. I see some more people coming online. Welcome. Divya Love here. And I am broadcasting to you from, hi Ilda, oh blessings, hi Mindy, oh dear goddesses, Vimal, oh it's so nice to see you, hi, welcome, hi Janice, oh this is fun, I get to see that you guys are here, oh what a treat during some challenging and trying times that we're all going through right now. No matter where you are, hi Mindy, no matter where you are on the globe, yeah, this one thing, this virus, coronavirus, connects us all. So it's unifying. And that is a positive that I am holding on to, along with some other positives during these challenging times. And I just want to use this time to share yoga with you. I am a certified Ananda yoga instructor, and I have been teaching yoga for a decade, probably. I have been practicing yoga for probably at least 2 decades, if not longer. And it has really helped me a lot in my life, and so I know that it has brought me a lot of peace and helped me to stay calm and centered and in tune with my best health. So I wanted to make this offering online since our yoga studio is closed right now. So I have these earbuds in my ear. Hi Clem, I have these earbuds in, so I'm hoping that the sound is okay. So maybe somebody can just say sound is good. So I'm hoping that this works. So I'm also going to save this video. I'm going to try to save it afterwards and post it on my YouTube channel so that it will be available for you whenever you want to. Thanks, Clem. I appreciate that validation for the sound. So that you can reference back to this video and do some yoga whenever it suits your time and your schedule. So I don't know, this may be 30-45 minutes long, we'll see. And thank you ladies for affirming the sound also. So go ahead, and we're gonna need a yoga mat today. If you don't have one, that's okay. And a dense blanket or towel or pillow. You probably have towels, so if that's what you have, then that would be great. You don't want like a puffy, like a down comforter type. You just want something that's pretty dense, and a belt or a strap or even a necktie, an old necktie that you can use. So, and we're just gonna do some moving, get our bodies a moment to just sort of come in. I like to call the yoga that I teach is a work in. Yes, you're gonna move your body, And yes, you will stretch and strengthen, but we'll also breathe and connect deeply with the part of us that's not this physical body. So, which is a very important part of us. So with that being said, I do have a little watch here to help me stay on time. So I'm curious also, I'll just give another minute or two before I start. What are you all doing to stay centered and grounded during this time? I would love to read what you're doing. So, you can post in the comments, and, maybe what you're doing will be of service to someone else, and they might decide, hey, I can color or walk out in nature or start writing a book or whatever it is that you are doing that's helping you. You can share that here. I am coming from Santa Clara, California. Santa Clara County, California, and we're in a hot spot for the coronavirus, and I have been sheltered in place mostly, aside from leaving for to pick up medicine, and also I had a DMV appointment. And those of you who live in California know that if you get a DMV appointment, you keep it, because it will be 6 months before you get another one. So I kept my DMV appointment, and that was this past Friday, and I did make a video about that. So I'm going to probably share that with you also. So just as something interesting and funny, the DMV was like a ghost town. It still took a couple of hours to get through there. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started with some yoga, and I like to start sitting down. So let's go ahead and come down to the ground. And this is where I would invite you to sit on a blanket. So I have this pillow that's pretty dense that I'm going to sit on. And I would invite you to sit on a blanket, because most people are not used to sitting comfortably on the floor. So if you have this blanket underneath your hips, it helps to lift your pelvis, and it gives your pelvis a better alignment to make sitting on the floor more comfortable. So let's just come sitting on the floor, or if you are not able to sit on the floor, just sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor if you're sitting in a chair. And we're going to feel our spines as though they're long and tall. I want you to feel like you have a string coming out the top of your head, and this string is just being pulled upright by a guardian angel that's standing just above you. And we just want to feel that spine lengthening. Shoulders are relaxed down. You can even feel like you're bringing your chin backwards towards the back of the throat. This helps to elongate through the back of the neck. And we're going to place one hand on your lower belly and one hand on your heart. We're just going to ground in here, starting with some breathing. We just want to observe, where is your breath flowing in your body right now? And just allow that to wash in and wash out. Beautiful. It's not as easy as it sounds to just sit still and breathe and observe that breath. Our mind wants to think about all the things we have to do, or all the things we've done, or that other people need to do. Fill in the blank. And then just put the blank on a cloud and let it float by, and bring your awareness back to your breath. And now as we draw our awareness further inward to the breath, we're going to control it by drawing it down here, deep into your lower belly, so that this hand on your lower belly actually expands outward as you inhale. And as you exhale, the belly floats backward toward the spine. This is called diaphragmatic breathing. I know many of you watching already know that, and some of you watching may not know that. And this is where we're going to breathe for a few moments, down here into the belly, filling it up like a balloon, and as you exhale, the breath leaves the belly. This is a great way to help reset our nervous system, especially during these times where it can feel chaotic inside as well as outside of our bodies. And just this simple breathing technique can help reset your nervous system. Beautiful. We're going to continue this by drawing the breath into the lower belly, into the ribs, and then up into the chest. So it's like a wave pattern. Okay, so we're going to inhale into the lower belly, bring it up into the ribs, and then up into the chest. And as you exhale, the breath leaves the chest, the ribs, and the lower belly. We're going to do 4 more of those breaths, moving at your own pace. Filling yourself up completely with life force energy through the breath and completely emptying it. Let's do 1 more. And exhale. Beautiful. So now we're going to bring your hands to your heart. We're going to let the breath flow as it chooses in and out of the body now. And with your hands at your heart, I'm just going to invite you this morning or this afternoon, or whenever it is that you're watching this, to consider an intention for your practice right now, here and now, whenever you're watching this. Set that intention into your heart, like you're planting a seed in this beautiful, rich, fertile ground of your heart energy. And even visualizing. If you're a gardener, you're digging a little hole and you're planting that seed and you're covering it up with love. And we're going to inhale and open your arms wide, like you're pressing your shoulder blades towards each other. And as you exhale, wrap your arms around yourself and give yourself a hug. You can close your eyes if you feel comfortable to do so, and just feel the breath washing over the tops of your shoulders like a waterfall. Beautiful. Now on your next inhale, open your arms wide, press those shoulder blades towards each other, and as you exhale, change the cross so the other arm is on top, and give yourself another hug because you deserve it. You deserve more than just these couple of hugs. So even give yourself a little shimmy if that feels good for you. Beautiful. Inhale again, open your arms, and then we're going to sweep them up overhead. Bring your palms together and float them right down the center line of your body, pausing at the heart. Beautiful. We're going to move into a few rounds of Circle of Joy. I'm going to turn a little bit sideways so that you can better see my alignment and what I'm doing. So we're going to keep those hands at your heart. We're going to coordinate our movements with our breath. So as you inhale, you'll interlace your fingers, and as you exhale, releasing your palms outward, straight out in front of you. Inhale, palms are going to reach towards the ceiling, lengthening through the side ribs. Exhale your arms down around you, behind you. You might clasp your fingers together, or maybe hold on to your wrist. Either way, whatever serves you. Then you're going to float your shoulders backwards, and we're going to take a full breath here, right into your heart space. On your next inhale, sweep your palms back in front about the height of your chin, and exhale them right back to your beautiful heart. Let's do that again. Inhale and interlace. Exhale, palms release outward. Now we're lengthening through the arms here, but we're not lengthening out of your shoulder socket, right? You don't want to lengthen out of the joint. We're just lengthening through the arms, so make sure to keep those shoulder joints in the socket. And one way you can remember to do that is by feeling like your shoulders are reaching outward, away from each other, and that will keep them in the socket. Okay. So the next inhale, lengthen up long and tall. Exhale, sweep your arms down around you. Shoulders float back. And you just release your arms backward as far as it feels good. So we're not pressing hard. We're not straining. That is not the type of yoga that I'm teaching right now. This is easeful. We're going to inhale back to the front and exhale to the heart. And we'll do one more round. Inhale, exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale your arms down around. Let's take 2 full breaths, just like this, feeling your heart expand as you inhale. One more. That next inhale, sweep your hands back to the front and exhale to your heart. And we'll just pause here for a moment, tuning inward. Tuning inward to this energetic landscape within. Noticing any spaciousness through the heart that you may feel. You can release your hands, and staying in this seated position, we're just going to inhale up as though you're lifting the chest upward toward the ceiling. So it's going to feel like your spine is doing a little bit of an arc. So you're going to inhale up, and as you exhale, let the motion first come from your hips. So you're going to hinge forward, using your hands to support you. This is Yogi, my little dog here who's like joining us. So just release and surrender forward. Okay, this is not I push myself as far as I can go. This is a surrendering, releasing. And then we're going to press the floor away as you rise, coming back upward. Now I want you to take a look at which leg is either on top or in front of the other one. And keeping your spine long and tall, we're going to just gently twist in that direction of whichever leg is on top. Some of my regular students will know this routine and this movements and sequence quite well. And this is going to be new to some others. So we're going to come back to the front and gently twist in the opposite direction. Try to keep your shoulders level and your spine straight. And we're going to come back to center, and we're going to change the cross of our legs. So let's bring the other leg either on top or in front, and we're going to do those movements again. First, lifting through the heart up. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips. And this might feel different from the other side, because usually we're tighter on one side of our bodies than the other, and that's just normal. So for me, the left side, this feels tighter on the left side for me. This is my little dog, Yogi Bear. Or sometimes I call him Snickerdoodle. We're going to press the floor away as you rise. Again, whichever leg is on top or in front, just gently twist in that direction, making sure you keep your spine as long and tall as possible. We don't want to ever twist the spine while it's crooked. We're going to spring back to center and twist in the opposite direction. And come back to center. Beautiful. Okay, so I'd like us to grab a strap or a tie. I have this one, this belt, or if you don't, or a scarf, or you could use a pair of jeans, not ones that you're wearing, but I mean, you could use all kinds of things for a strap. A tape measure, I mean, be creative, a power cord of something. So just grab whatever you have. And we're going to transition to the floor. We're going to lay on your back with your feet on the floor and your knees bent. And if you like to have a little support under your head, you can place a blanket or a pillow under there. So hopefully I'm still in the camera view. So here we're going to just rock back and forth, giving your hips and your back a little moment to adjust into this new position here. We're going to hug your left knee. Just bring it into your body, giving it a hug. And even when you breathe, breathe deep down here into your belly so that you can feel your belly smushing against your thigh. And no, I don't know if smushing is a technical yoga term. But we all know what it means. So give your right knee a hug. We're just going to switch sides here. Give the right knee a hug. And we're going to switch sides. So now we're going to hug your left knee. I want you to extend your right leg. Keep your right leg about, 4 to 6 inches above the ground so it's not touching the ground. Then we're going to lift your head and shoulders. So we're not tucking the chin in. You want to keep your neck in alignment. You're going to hold on to your left knee. And we're going to switch. And switch. And as you're switching, you're reaching through the heel of that opposite leg. Okay? So this strengthens the front of the throat. Definitely your core muscles. You can feel those working here. We're lengthening through the heel. And most important of all, are you breathing or are you holding your breath? So make sure that you're still breathing. You might like to inhale on one round and exhale on the other. Let's do 3 more rounds. This is the second round. Good job, you guys. I can feel your energies through the ether. You guys are doing great. Okay, so now we're going to bring your feet to the floor. Release your head and shoulders back to the floor, and I want you to grab the strap or whatever you're using. A tree limb that bends easily, it doesn't matter. Wrap it around your left foot and extend that left foot towards the ceiling. I want you to keep your shoulders wide here, okay? So if you're lengthening up like this, go ahead and widen through your shoulders so they're touching the floor and you're not straining. You can wrap the strap around your hands to give it some leverage. And you're just meeting that resistance and pausing. So we're not meeting the resistance and then pulling my leg as far as I can go till it burns. That's not what we're doing. You want to meet that resistance and pause and then breathe. Just focus on your breath. Letting that breath clear out the tension. This is a really great stretch for any low back pain or any sciatica or SI joint issues that anyone might be having. This is an excellent stretch. It stretches the hamstrings. If you'd like, you can lower your other leg to the ground. Just keep breathing. So let's switch sides, okay? So we're going to step your right leg in, your left foot out. Same thing, shoulders are wide. And you're breathing and observing how each breath releases tension from the body. Somebody's holding their breath, so whoever's doing that, remember to breathe. You can extend your left leg if you choose. If you're doing yoga with your friend or your spouse or partner or child or whomever, it's not a contest. It's not even a contest with yourself. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to release that leg. Draw both knees into the body, give them a hug, and if it feels okay for your neck, you can bring your forehead towards your knees. Okay, so we're going to continue with a little more core work here. So with your head and your shoulders lifted, we're going to extend your arms overhead, your legs out in front like this, keeping them both off of the floor. And as you exhale, sweep your arms around in a circle and bring your knees back inward. So chin does not come to the chest. We're going to keep it in alignment with the rest of the spine, okay? And we can feel our core engaged. So we're going to inhale, exhale, sweep your arms down around. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now go ahead and do 5 more, moving at your own pace. Breathing in strength and courage into your body cells. Exhaling any impurities that don't serve you. Let's do one more. Inhale, extend outward, exhale, draw your knees back into the body. Release your head, release your feet to the floor, and spread your arms straight out at the shoulders. Okay. And then we're just going to release both knees over to the right. And your left hip is probably going to pop up off the floor, and that's okay. Inhale back to center, and then exhale your knees over to the opposite side. Good. Now we're going to bring the knees back to center, and if you know that this is safe for your back, you're going to tuck your hands right behind your knees, and we're going to rock up. And try to balance with your calves parallel to the floor. And then rock back. And then come up. And rock back. So if this hurts your spine, doesn't feel good, don't do it. But this is a great way to increase blood flow to your lower back. It also engages those core muscles. Let's do one more. Good. Excellent. We're going to bring the soles of your feet together. Just out a comfortable distance. We're just going to inhale up long and tall through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, just release forward. Again, this is a surrendering forward. This isn't a push myself as far as I can go. This is a releasing and breathing and allowing your breath to create the spaciousness. And in that, surrendering just to the breath, you'll find expansion. Not only expansion of the body, the physical details of the body, the muscles, the fascia, but also the energy body. I also use affirmations. The yoga that I teach is called Ananda Yoga, and we use affirmations. And the affirmation is a tool that gives your mind something constructive to do that facilitates the energy the pose is trying to, bring out or bring you in connection with that. And so I will be saying some affirmations through some of our poses, and the invitation is for you to just mentally repeat that in your mind as though you were saying it up here in the frontal part of your brain, like you're planting a seed here. And so as we release forward here, this is called Baddha Konasana. And the affirmation is, secure in myself, I accept what is. secure in myself, I accept what is. That doesn't mean you're secure in your ego self. That means you're secure in your higher self, your connection with Source, God, whatever you call that higher power. Okay, so we're going to come up. We're going to transition over into hands and knees. And so this is where I would place a towel down or a pillow. If your knees like to have some extra support, you can place that down to give them extra support. So as we come into tabletop position, that's where we have our hands, our wrists are right underneath our shoulders, and the knees are right underneath the hips. Okay. We're going to do what's called cat-cow. We're going to inhale, and as you exhale, round your spine. It feels like your chin and your pelvis are trying to reach each other. And on your next inhale, you'll dip the belly toward the floor. The tailbone and the chin reach up, and you're going to exhale and round. So you're going to continue this movement following the natural rhythm of your breath. If you have osteoporosis, osteopenia, you only arc the spine, and then you'll come back to a flat spine. So if you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, you do not want to round the spine like this. You want to either keep it flat or arc it. 3 more rounds, moving at your own speed. Beautiful. We're going to release back into child's pose. That's where we're going to press the hips back over the heels. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. You're going to release your forehead to the floor. If your forehead does not touch the floor, you can cross your forearms and rest your forehead there. Or you can make fists from your hands. So the goal is just to rest your forehead on something. If your dog is nearby, pull him over here and rest your forehead on your dog. And here we're breathing and stretching through the back of the body. So hold this position. You can stretch your arms out in front, or you can bring them alongside your legs like this. You choose. But remain here in this position. Even though I'm going to get up, I want you to remain in that position, breathing through the back of the body, where we pack all of everyone's expectations, everyone's to-dos. They're all back here on the shoulders. You know that saying, carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders, on my back. Well, now you're in this beautiful hair pose position is what it's called. And you're breathing spaciousness, light into the back of the body, feeling all along the spine expand and release tension that doesn't really serve you anymore. The affirmation for this pose, as you take a couple more breaths, I relax from outer involvement into my inner haven of peace. I relax from outer involvement into my inner haven of peace. You're going to bring your hands beside your head. We're going to come back into tabletop position. We're going to transition into downward dog. So I invite you to just turn your toes under, lift your knees off of the mat. You're going to press your hips backwards toward your heels, and then you can lower your heels towards the floor. Maybe they touch, maybe they don't. It doesn't matter. You're just going to create that upside down V, pulling your belly button in. Ears are between the arms. And here we breathe light and space through the whole back of the body. Affirming calmness radiates from every fiber of my being. Calmness radiates from every fiber of my being. Inhale. And as you exhale, release your knees to the floor. Hips back over the heels, forehead to the floor. Bring your arms alongside your legs and pause. Calmness radiates from every fiber of my being. I'm going to bring your hands beside your head, press the floor away, and we're going to come back into downward dog again, lifting the knees, push the hips back, release the feet towards the floor. And then we're going to bring your left foot forward, so I'm going to let you decide how you want to do that. We have options. So you can extend that left foot and sweep it forward in between your hands. Or you can bring your knees to the ground and then bring your foot forward. So whichever serves you, bring your left foot forward. You're going to feel like your pelvis is sinking towards the ground. So you're going to get a nice stretch through the front of the right thigh. Make sure both hips are facing forward and your knee is over your ankle. If your knee is past your ankle, you're going to scoot that foot forward a little. Feel long and tall through the front of the body, all the way from the pubic bone to the collarbone. We're keeping this area nice and spacious. Shoulders are down. Then we're going to transition into stretching through the left leg. So you're going to release your hips back. Pick your left toes up and stretch through the back of your left leg. And again, here it's not force, it's the breath. We're pausing at that moment of resistance and breathing deeply into that edge. Okay, So let's bring this foot back to the floor. Now, if you would like, you can come into, release your foot back into downward dog, or a more gentle method, and sometimes we have to be more gentle with ourselves, is to just bring your leg back. Okay, and then we'll do the other side. So you can either just bring your right foot forward, or you can come into downward dog and sweep it forward. Opposite knee is on the floor. We're going to scoot this foot forward so that the ankle is under the knee and lifting up through the front of the body. Feeling long and spacious. Thank you, Yogi. You gonna do yoga with Mommy? My cat wants to come inside, but he's outside right now. And I have the door closed. I may have to let him in a moment. All right, let's shift back. You're gonna shift your hips back. Pick your right toes up. Now the right side is a little tighter on me right now. You'll find probably one side is tight on you too. Whatever's happening, we just breathe into it without judgment. Knowing that at any given moment our body is working for us as best as it can. Yeah, you're going to do some stretches too? That's wonderful. Okay, so now we're going to bring this right foot. We're just going to plant it right here onto the floor, and we're going to step both feet forward. So you're going to curl your left toes so that you can grip the mat. You might even feel like spring loading this left leg. And then you're going to step it forward to join the right. If you have a dog there, don't step on the dog. We're going to inhale, and as you exhale, press the floor away. As you rise, lowering your hands down to your heart. If you feel dizzy when you rise, drop your chin to your chest. That dizzy will pass in a moment. As we transition into standing, close your eyes for a moment here. Feeling the floor beneath your feet. And tuning into the earth beneath the floor. And feeling yourself fully connected to Mother Earth, wherever you are on this beautiful globe. And feeling yourself not only connected to Mother Earth, but to everyone else through those earth roots, those energy roots, connected with each other. Knowing that you are not alone, not now, not ever. Bringing that energy up through the feet and the legs into the hips. All the way up here to your heart. Just feel that energy rising up to your heart. And then feel connected to Source, whatever Source means for you. Just however you connect, feel that connection, that thread, that light cord, that energy, whatever you call it. And know that you are connected to Source and Mother Earth. As the beautiful divine human that you are. You're going to open your eyes. We're going to do what's called the full yogic breath flow. So now you're going to turn your palms so that they're facing you. You know, we have really big energy centers right in the palms of our hands. They're very powerful. And you're going to face those towards you. And as you inhale, sweep your hands up the front of your body, long and tall. And as you exhale, sweep them down the front of your body. Hinge forward at your hips. You can bend your knees. Just going to go down as far as it feels good. You're going to inhale up, nice and tall. And exhale. Release your hands down in front. Now I want you to follow the rhythm of your breath. Visualizing each inhalation bringing up into your body pure life force energy. And every exhalation, you're letting go of tension, thought forms, old patterns that just don't serve you and where you're going anymore. Each inhalation, filling yourself up with the nectar of divine. And each exhale, releasing a little more madness of the world. Let's do one more full movement. Inhaling up. Exhaling down, hinging forward. And as you release forward, just pause here. Let yourself hang. Just releasing all the way forward as far as it feels good for you. You might like to cross your hands into your elbows. Knees can be bent here. You don't have to have your legs perfectly straight like a picture. You're not a picture, you're a person. We're going to roll all the way up, inhaling tall, tall, tall. Palms together, float them right down to your beautiful heart. Pausing here, chin to your chest if you're dizzy. Beautiful. We're going to move into freedom pose. I think since we're all sheltered in place, mostly wherever you are, freedom pose might feel kind of great and make us feel more open and free, that even though we might be physically confined into an area that really our spirits are never confined. They are always free. And this is a great pose to remind us of that, and also to open up through the front of the body. You know, when we feel fearful, we start to round, you know, and close off the front of our bodies. And this happens not only as a fear response, but also if we're sitting in front of the computer too long, we'll be rounding forward. And you know, these muscles, after they stay that way, they'll shorten. And so this is a great movement to really open up through the front of the body. So we're going to start standing at the top of your mat. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. Feet are about hip width apart. And you're going to step back with your right foot, just a gentle distance. It doesn't have to be very far. And if you feel like you need more stability, you can widen your stance so your feet are a little more separated. But ideally, they're kind of close together. You're going to release your left knee over the ankle. You don't want it to go past the ankle, so just over the ankle. And we want both legs and feet to be rooted into the earth. So my feet are actually pressing away from each other. My legs are engaged and strong and rooted into Mother Earth. My hips are facing forward. We're going to inhale your arms overhead, bringing your palms together. And we're going to float the shoulders down away from your ears. Okay, on your next breath, you're going to lift the chest and the ribs up and back. Your gaze should be slightly upwards. No discomfort in the back of the head or the back of the neck or in the back. So legs are engaged, rooted, firm. I'm lifting through my pelvis, through the whole body, through the side ribs, all the way through my heart, even through the front of my throat. Affirming, I am free. I am free. Making sure you're breathing. Beautiful. Release those shoulders down away from the ears. Good. Now your next inhalation, you're going to step forward, reach tall, and release your arms down around you. We're going to pause here for just a moment. Really feeling the energy in the body, that spaciousness. And if we can, you want to feel like you're drawing that energy inward to your spine. Like there's the superhighway there. And you're drawing that energy up that superhighway of a spine to the front part of your brain. We're going to do the other side. So you're going to step back with your left leg a gentle distance, widening your stance if you need to. Release your right knee over the ankle. Both legs and feet are pressing into the floor, and I'm lifting upwards through the pelvis from those grounded legs. Belly button is pulled backwards towards the back of the spine. That gives extra support to the lumbar area. We're going to inhale your arms up overhead, palms together, shoulders down. The next breath lifts our heart and chest up and back. So it's this nice long arc. We're not bending from the lower back. We're lifting through the upper back, right through the back of your heart. And we're breathing and affirming, I am free. I am free. Next inhalation, we're going to step forward, reach tall, and exhale your arms down around you, pausing for a moment, drawing energy, any energy released into the spine and up the spine to the point between the eyebrows, affirming, I am free. I am free. Beautiful. Well done. Well done. Okay, so now we're going to come back down to the floor. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's 1 o'clock. The time went by really fast. we're going to come back down to the floor, and we're going to do a Shavasana. So we're just going to go right into a Shavasana, which is very important. So come down to the floor, and you're going to come onto your back, and the pillow or blanket or towel that you have, you want to roll it up and place it underneath your knees. So it will look something like this. Shavasana is very important in yoga. This is where we really allow the body, the mind, and the spirit to fully integrate all of the movements that we've done, all of the breathing. We're just going to lie flat on the floor with something under your knees, if you have it. When you come onto the floor, you might like to hug your knees, just to give your body a moment to adjust, maybe even rocking side to side like this. I actually prefer a little more under my knees. So this is my meditation bench. So I'm going to put both of these under my knees because I like more lift. And when you do come onto your back, if you feel any discomfort in your lower back, my recommendation would be to do what I just did. Find something to put under your knees that makes them higher. And that will help to relieve some lower back tension. So we're going to allow the toes to fall open. Shoulders are wide. Arms are down by your side, palms turned up. I like to place my hands on my lower belly. So find what feels right for you. If you feel a little chilly or like you might want a blanket, be sure to put a towel over you or a little blanket over you. If you have a strap or something soft that you used, you can place that over your eyes to block out any light. And we really want to give the body this time of stillness. It's very important. Just feeling the breath once more washing in and washing out. Noticing the rise of the lower belly on the inhale. And the fall of the lower belly on the exhale. And here we imagine, behind closed eyes, a beautiful, peaceful, healing light at the bottoms of your feet. And this beautiful, peaceful, healing light washes over the tops of your feet and in between your toes. Washing over the ankles, the calves, bathing the knees and filling the space behind the knees, washing away all tension, leaving only space. This beautiful, peaceful, healing light washes over the thighs, the hips, the pelvis, washing away all tension, leaving only space. This beautiful healing light washes over the lower back, the middle back, and the upper back. Cascading over the tops of the shoulders and down the arms. Bathing the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, the palms of the hands, and the fingers, washing away all tension, leaving only space. And this peaceful healing light washes over the chest and the heart. Bathing the stomach, the ribs, the lower abdomen, and all of the internal organs are bathed in peaceful healing light, washing away all tension, leaving only space. This healing light washes over the back of the neck, the back of the head, the crown of the head, and the forehead. Gently bathing the eyes and the cheeks, even the jaw and the root of the tongue finally soften. The entire physical form is bathed in peaceful healing light, washing away all tension, all stress, all dis-ease, leaving only light and space. And now as you begin to bring your awareness back into this room you are in, and back into your physical body, feel your breath growing deeper and longer. You might like to wiggle your fingers and your toes, even rubbing your thumbs against your fingertips. Feeling your consciousness return back into this physical body, giving your arms a stretch, giving your legs a stretch. You might even like to hug your knees, either one at a time or both at the same time. And then when you're ready, you're going to roll over to one side, using your arm to sort of prop you up here as a pillow, and just pause for a moment. And I'm going to invite you here to breathe in a breath that's filled with unconditional love. And I want you to breathe in this breath of unconditional love and bathe all the cells of your body with it. And then when you're ready, you're going to use your hand and your elbow, press the floor away as you come up into a comfortable seated position, whether that's on the floor or on a chair. You want to come to? And as you come into that comfortable seated position, Yogi wants to join us for our closing. I just want to take a moment to thank you for allowing me to join you for yoga in your homes, in your living rooms, wherever you are across the world. I just thank you for gathering together with me and with each other. And I would like to make this a regular offering. That's something that I do every week, maybe several times a week. And I will probably have like a subscription where I haven't figured all that out yet, but where you can just donate. I know we're all doing the best we can with the circumstances going on with the coronavirus, but of course, I do want to be able to make these offerings to serve you individually and to serve the collective. And so please just stay tuned, and for the future I will be updating everyone as to my schedule of when I want to be live and come together. I'll also be making videos that are not live and having some classes that I will be offering online. So if any of that resonates with you, be sure to friend me if you haven't. Hope this is open to the public. If not, I'll make it available to the public. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, as well as Instagram, and under That Wise Yogi. That's my handle for pretty much everywhere that I am. My website is thatwiseyogi.com. I have a blog there. I'll also be having some resources there available. So I just hope to be able to serve you all with the skill set that I have, and that it brings you closer to your inner peace and to your connection with Source and with all of us together. So let's close this class here today. And I just want to acknowledge you all for taking time out to do yoga with me and with each other. And I hope that the rest of your week is blessed and beautiful and full of peace, love, harmony, and wellness. Namaste. Shanti, shanti, shanti. And I would like to close with 3 Oms. You are welcome to join me if you'd like, or you can just receive the Oms. It's up to you. I'm going to, if you want to participate, we're going to rub our hands together 3 times, facing your palms outward. We'll chant Om 3 times. And we're going to send out all throughout the world this peaceful, centered energy we've cultivated for ourselves. It's not to hoard like toilet paper or hand sanitizer. We're going to share it with the world for the betterment of the whole world and the upliftment of the consciousness of all beings. So you can chant Om with me, or you can simply receive. Peace. Amen. Namaste. Blessings.
Let's see. How do we turn this off, Yogi? How do we turn it off? Let's come see. How do we turn it off? Let's see.
Bye. See you in the next video. Blessings.